Hi friends, I'm Keizle, and in this video, I am going to show you the ins and outs of Goodnotes, so let's begin. After opening the Goodnotes app, you will see this page which is called the library, where your notebooks, folders, and other documents are saved. The filing system is the tree system, which enables you to save other documents, notebooks, and other folders inside another folder. These three tabs here enables you to arrange your files by date, name, and type, whichever you prefer. And you can use this view setting icon here to change between icons or list view. For the check icon, you can use this to select multiple folders, documents, and notebooks to either export, duplicate, move, or send to trash. Also, you can do all those functions and more using the down arrow on each of the file. For the folders, you can rename, move, open in new window, export, or send to trash. With the documents and notebooks, it is the same with the additional options, which are duplicate and share. Now let's talk about the gear icon. Here in the notebook templates, you can set the default template when creating a new notebook. You can filter the available type of paper by their size from the Goodnotes standard A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, letter, and tabloid. You can also filter what color of paper you want from yellow, white, dark, or all of them. You can also choose the default orientation you want, whether portrait or landscape. And also, if you want to add your own design paper templates, just scroll and you will see this plus icon here. You can import from your files and photos. The default cover can also be changed, and you can also import your own designs if you want to. And as you can see here, the templates are divided into different groups such as simple, solid, black and white, and more. But if you want to create a new group, just tap this plus icon in the upper right, enter in the desired name, then select OK. And if you want to delete some covers or groups, or just want to rearrange the group, you can tap Edit. In here, you can also change some basic settings of your covers. Just tap the three dots, and here you can rename, enable the zoom window return height, and you can also change the value of the height. This is used in the zoom window, and I will show you later in the video how it is done. You can also toggle this on if you want to make this cover as a flashcard template. Those previous settings are also available in the paper template. Now let's go to the settings menu. The first one here is the handwriting recognition menu, where you can select the default language for handwriting recognition. You can select from the different language available here, or if you don't want to, you can select the none option. And here is the list of the downloaded handwriting language packs available. Now onto the document editing menu. Here you can toggle on or off the automatic screen lock, which I suggest you turn on to save some battery life, the status bar, pull to add page, and show the page number. You can also change the position of the toolbar to top or bottom. But I prefer the top option because the bottom one looks weird. So the other settings you can change are the auto advance for the zoom window, and for the document opening, we have the option to automatically open a new imported document and the open documents as new tabs. So these are the settings for the document editing, and let's go back to the settings menu. The next one is the stylus and palm rejection, where you can connect the stylus you are using, enable the single finger panning, and this feature enables you to use your finger to move the page while using your stylus to write. For the palm rejection section, you can adjust the sensitivity from low to high, and you can try the different levels to suit your needs, but for me, I always use the high sensitivity. You can also change the writing posture that you use here, and there are 8 to choose from. I recommend that you change this to the posture you write on the iPad to improve the palm rejection of the app. Back to the settings menu. You can sync all your Goodnotes files through iCloud by toggling this on, and this is beneficial if you use Goodnotes on multiple devices such as iPhone, iMac, MacBooks, or other iPads. And I also leave this on because I use Goodnotes in my phone. The next one is the email to Goodnotes setting. If this is turned on, you can send PDF files to your Goodnotes email address, which is this one. This feature is really helpful if you want to send PDF files from your devices that are not in the Apple environment, or if you want someone else to send you the PDF files, just ask them to send it to your Goodnotes email address and the PDF file will automatically be saved in your library. Also, this email is randomly generated, and if you turn this off and turn it back on again, the email address will change, so make sure you are using the up-to-date address if you want to use this feature. You can manually back up your Goodnotes file here, or you can automatically back it up here. You can use Dropbox, Google Drive, or OneDrive for your cloud storage. You can also change the file format for the backup files to either be a PDF file or in Goodnotes format, or both. And for me, I use the Goodnotes file format only. And if you have folders or files that you do not want to create a backup of, you may list them here, and if you have multiple files, just separate them with commas. The next one is the search indexing. This is always turned on for me so that all of my documents are searchable. And lastly, on the setting menu is the troubleshooting, where you can restore the default templates. You can use this if you deleted some of the templates that are native to the app, and this will not affect the templates and groups that you have imported and created. You can also use the regenerate missing thumbnails if the thumbnails of your paper or cover templates are not loading properly. Now let's go back to the other menus in the gear icon. After the settings is the trash bin. Here you can see all your deleted files, and you can tap select and you can choose the files you want to export, recover, move, or permanently delete. Or if you want to delete or recover each file individually, just tap the down arrow here. And if you want to delete all of them permanently, you can just tap empty. The next one is the import data from Goodnotes 4. If you have files from the last version before this one, you can import them to Goodnotes 5. Here you can rate the app on the App Store and their About page. Back to the library page, there are 4 sections here, and the first one is the Documents section, which is where we are right now. The next one is the Search section. And this one is the Shared section. In the Shared section, you will see the list of documents that are shared to you or you are sharing. You can change the filter here to owned by anyone, owned by me, owned by others, and unseen changes. You can also arrange the files using these. The next one is the Favorites section, where you can see all the folders, files, and pages that you have bookmarked. Back to the Documents page, you will know that the automatic backup is running if you'll see this icon here. Now that we have tackled the library page, let's create or add folders, documents, and notebooks. To do that, just tap on this plus icon. You can add a notebook, a new folder, and an image. You can also scan documents here, especially if you are using paper planners or notes and want to convert or make a digital copy of them. You can also take a photo using the camera and also import files. The import option is what we use when we want to import digital planners to Goodnotes. And the last option is the Quick Note option. You can also create a quick note by double tapping the plus icon. You can save this quick note or you can just delete the document. So let's try creating a notebook. And as you can see here, this is the cover page and the paper that we set as default. So let's add the title and then create. Now let's talk about the navigation or the nav bar first. The arrow here takes us back to the library page. Next is the content icon. Let's use the August digital planner that we created last time for the rest of the tutorial. So this is the content icon. Here is where you can see the thumbnails of all your pages, the favorites, and the outlines. In the thumbnails section, if we click on the down arrow, there are different options here where you can add a new page before or after this page, and you can duplicate the page. If we click the add page to outline, we are prompted to enter the title of the outline. And let's type in the title and just tap add after. The title of the outline is shown next to the page number. And on the outline section, you will see the list of outlines in the current notebook. You can swipe to the left and the red option is to delete the outline. Just the outline and not the page. The other option is to rename. So back to the options menu, you can also export the selected page in a PDF format or an image or as a Goodnotes file. The options here will change depending on the file format that you choose. Next option is the Open in New Window. The split screen view will be activated and this page will be opened in the new window. And the last option is to move this page to trash. It will not be permanently deleted. The file will only be moved to the trash bin, which you can see inside the gear icon in the library page. If you accidentally deleted a page and want it back, you can go there and recover it. Also, here in the thumbnails section, you can rearrange the pages by tapping, then hold and drag. For the favorites section, you will see the list of pages which we bookmark. For example, if I bookmark this page, you will see it here in the favorites section. The next item in the nav bar is the search icon where you can locate any text, even the handwritten ones in the current notebook you are using. This one is the bookmark icon, and since we bookmarked this page, it is already in the color red. We can see this in the favorites section inside the contents icon. Next is the share and export icon where you can enable or disable the link sharing of the current notebook. You can also export or print the current page or the entire notebook if you want. And here is the presentation modes if you are using Goodnotes for presentation. So the next part of the nav bar is the file properties where you can rename, see the location when it was last edited, the pages, if link sharing is enabled or disabled, the recognition language, and you can also move the file to a different location if you want. These two icons are the undo and redo, but you can also use gestures to do those functions. You can swipe to the left with 3 fingers to undo and to the right to redo. Next is the add page icon. Here you can choose the location of the new page. Then you can choose the template of the new page, or you can use an image, scan a document, take a photo, or import a new file. Here you can also create flashcards. Just select more templates, and for the paper template, choose either the Goodnotes Standard or the A7. And for the orientation, it should be in portrait. Then scroll through the essentials and choose from the 3 colors of flashcards available. This one is the mode icon. You can switch between the read-only mode and the edit mode. In the read-only mode, you can access your hyperlinks, and in the edit mode, you can write down on your notebook. Last on the nav bar is the more icon. Here you can see the current page number and then the copy page. You can copy this page and go to the add page icon and select the location where the copied template will be located, then select paste page. Let's go back to the More option. The next one is the Rotate this page option, where you can rotate by 90 degrees in the clockwise and counterclockwise direction, or a complete 180 degrees rotation. The next one is the Add this page to outline. And just like before, you can see the list in the outline section inside the contents icon. Next is the Change template. If you do not like the current template of your page, you can change it here. Then the Go to page, where you can write or type in the page number of the page you want to go to. Here you can clear the page of all the handwritten stuff or stickers and text that is on the page, or you can also move the entire page to the trash bin. The next section in the More option is the Settings. Keep in mind that these three settings, which are the scrolling direction, stylus and palm projection, and the document editing settings, are applied to all the documents in the Goodnotes app. So for the scrolling direction, you can choose whether horizontal or vertical. I prefer using the horizontal because it feels more like a real notebook, so I will just leave it in horizontal. For the stylus and palm projection and the document editing settings, the contents are the same as that in the settings menu in the library page, so I'm just gonna skip those two. Then the Study Flashcards area. This feature uses the spaced repetition technique, which is a very popular technique for memorization. So that is the Nav Bar. Now let's talk about the toolbar. The toolbar is only visible when in edit mode. This one enables the zoom window, and this is helpful especially if you want to still see the whole page while zoomed in. You can resize the zoom window like this, and as you can see, there are icons here, and these two are for indentation. And for these three icons, they automatically move the zoom window to the next section. If you are using a paper template, the value in the zoom return height will be used when using this icon. And this one to close the zoom window. This is the pen tool, and there are three types which you can use: the fountain pen, the ball pen, and the brush pen. For the fountain pen and the brush pen, you can play around the styles, and I prefer using the ball pen because I cannot control the Apple Pencil that great. So yeah, for the pen setting, let's talk about the draw and hold option. If the draw and hold option is turned on, whenever you draw a shape, the shape will snap into a perfect one. If this is disabled, it won't snap to a perfect shape. On the advanced option, let me show you what happens if the snap to other shapes is turned on. And this is what it looks like if it is turned off. The other advanced option is the fill color, which if it is turned on, whenever you draw a shape, it will automatically fill the shape with a transparent fill. The stylus and palm projection is the same as in the settings, and this one is if you want to disconnect the Apple Pencil. In the pen tool, you can select 3 default colors and 3 default pen sizes. For the colors, you can change it, and here is the user presets which I added myself, and the custom section where you have this table of colors, and if you want more choices, you can use this instead. If you have the hex code of a color, you can also enter it here. And if you want to add the current color to the user preset section, just tap the Add to Presets. You can also do that by tapping Edit, then select the plus icon here. While in the edit mode, you can also remove a user preset color by tapping and selecting Remove Color. Click this icon if you want to restore the color set. For the pen size, it ranges from 0.1mm to 2mm, and my current defaults are 0.1, 0.5, and 0.85mm. For the eraser tool, we have these 3 sizes here. They are already default, so we can change the size of those. For the eraser style, you can toggle on or off the erase entire stroke option and the highlighter only option. This is what happens when the erase entire stroke is turned on, and this is when it is turned off. This time, let's try toggling on the erase highlighter only. You can play on the different styles to make your notes prettier if that is what you want. The next setting in the erase tool is the auto deselect. If this is toggled on after using the eraser tool, it will automatically switch to the last used tool as soon as the stylus is lifted up from the screen. The next tool is the highlighter tool. If the draw in straight line is toggled on, it will automatically convert your lines to perfect straight lines. This is the shape tool. The 3 default colors and sizes are the same with the pen tool. Again, you can toggle on the hold to snap, the snap to other shapes, and the fill color. Also, the advanced options are universal settings. Therefore, if you toggle it on here, the options on the other tools will also turn on. Now for the lasso tool. This tool is used to select handwriting, images, and text. Depending on what I need, I will toggle on or off on these options. And this tool is very useful because once you selected, say, a handwritten text, for example, you can just tap and select one of these options, which are cut, copy, delete, resize, color, take a screenshot, add to elements, and if it is handwriting, which it is, you can convert it to text. All these options are also available for text except the convert. And for images, they are also available except color and convert. This is the Elements tool, which is fairly new to Goodnotes, and in here you can save stickers, handwriting, texts, and images that you want to use over and over again. You can add using the lasso tool. This icon here opens the Elements tab to a new window. And you can just drag and drop the elements that you want to use. And here are the recent used stickers. If you want an in-depth tutorial on this one, you can check out my Goodnotes 5.7 update video, which I have linked here and also down in the description box below. The next icon in the toolbar is the image icon. Here you can take a photo using the device's camera, or you can choose from here. You can also just tap on the screen and choose from your photo library. The next tool is the text, and here you can change the font style, the font size, the paragraph setting where you can also adjust the line spacing, the color of the text, and the text box style. In the text box menu, you can change the style to these presets, or if you want to customize it more, click the advanced option. Here you can change the background color, the border color. You can also adjust how round the corners of the text box, and you can toggle this on if you want to add some shadows to the text box. Here you can adjust how thick the borders are, and this one is the padding, which is the space between the text and the edge of the text box. If you want the current setting to be your default, you can just tap this icon here and select Save as Default. So whenever you type something, these settings will be used. And this is the laser pointer, which is helpful whenever you are presenting using Goodnotes. You can use the dot pointer, which will follow wherever you are touching on the screen. The other one is the trail pointer, which will leave a trail wherever you touch on the screen. And the trail will disappear after a second. This is helpful whenever you want to highlight something during presentation. I hope this video is helpful, and if you have any questions, just comment them down below and I will try my best to answer them. This is Keizle, and until next time, bye!